While Jerry and Minogue take the piss with another week off, it's Keyzie and Pugs on the Hauraki Breakfast. Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show. The biggest. This is big.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Good morning, New Zealand. It is Tuesday, the 13th of January, 2026. A couple of minutes past 6 a.m. there. You're listening to The Big Show without Jason Hoyte, without Mike Minogue, but with Pugsan and old Keyzie. How you going this morning, Pugs?
Morning, Keyzie.
Hi.
Oh, sublime, brother. As that started there, I thought, shivers. Whoever's been in the chair before me is deaf. The headphones are turned up to F. It's me. I had the headphones on last.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you here late last night or something?
No. Nobody else has been in the studio. It's just you and me, brother.
Oh, because they were doing it remotely from Hamilton and Christchurch. Oh, my goodness. You are deaf, though, aren't you?
Pardon?
You are deaf, though, aren't you?
What's that?
No, but I know Pugs were doing a bit here, but you are, though, aren't you?
Hey? But I'm good, man. It's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm very grateful.
I didn't ask how you were, did I?
Yeah.
At the start of the break?
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, right. I'm doing well, to be honest. Second day doing brekkie when you're used to doing drive hours. The second day catches me off guard. After the third day, you're away.
I disagree. Well, for me personally, first day, jitters, nerves, sloppy. Second day,
Just sloppy.
guns blazing.
The great news for you, New Zealand, is that we are here all morning. We will be here for the rest of the week until Friday when the big show returns. Bruco, Mount Maunganui, 4 p.m. Friday. Jason Hoyte and Mogi will be joining us as well. Cannot bloody wait. If you're in Tauranga, make sure you join us. Should we go to some tunes, Pugs?
Could be keen.
Is this the Raconteurs? The song rules, man.
It is a tune.
Hauraki.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Alice in Chains on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. 10 minutes past 6 this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugs. And don't forget, at any point, you can text us on 3483 if you need anything, New Zealand. Pugs,
Hello.
later on in the show, you and I are going to review some movies that we went and watched last night.
Yeah.
I went and saw a comedy sort of rom-com based on a true story movie, and you went and saw a similar, like a based on a true story.
Yeah, loosely based on a true story about an iconic table tennis player.
Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, and everyone's sort of waiting on with bated breath for us to rip into that. That'll probably happen a little later on in the show, maybe after 7. But my movie was extremely early, and your movie was extremely late. What time did you go to the movie? What time did it start?
This movie started at 8:15 p.m.
Okay, 8:15
last night.
p.m. Yeah, I assume p.m. because we were doing the radio at 8:15 a.m.
Yeah. So it was like not the afternoon, but a bit later than that, in the evening time. Yeah.
What time did it actually start? Was there 15 minutes of trailers beforehand?
Give it a good 10 or 15 minutes of trailers. Yeah.
So 8:30 run time, approximately 2 hours.
Just a sidebar. Do you play the alphabet game when you're watching the trailers?
No, what's that?
Where you try and clock every letter from the alphabet in order through the movie previews before the movie starts. Great game if you ever go to the movies. Anyway, beside the point, about 15 odd minutes of trailers, so we beat the alphabet game. Movie starts. Fantastic.
8:30, 2 hour runtime, 10:30. By the time you get out, you get to your car, you drive home. It's close to 11 p.m.
No, it was 11 p.m. when we got out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 p.m. By the time you get home, you brush your teeth, you have a bubble bath or whatever you need to do, finally wind down and go to sleep, which I know takes you a wee while to wind down.
I do like a wind down. I like a TikTok. I like to watch a TikTok before bed,
right,
or
so
read some book.
You hop in a scroll hole for a bit there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was well after midnight.
No. Fortunately, it wasn't that far.
Right.
I was lights out 11:37.
11:37.
11:37 p.m.
Okay, not too bad. I, on the other hand, went and saw first of all, had a hot date with my wife. We met up at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And the time of meeting was 5:15.
Were you role-playing as strangers again?
Pugs.
Huh?
Save it for Hoyte J, mate.
Sorry.
We didn't do anything sifty. We ate a laksa together.
That's so hot.
No, it was
Just
hot, actually. It
slurping
was
it all over the place.
We were too, actually. She had to wear a bib.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hot.
So we enjoyed a laksa together. 5:15 we met up, and then at 6 p.m. we walked across the road to the movie theatre, and at 6:15 the movie started.
Great.
The movie started.
Right. Yeah, see, that's nice, keeping to time.
Yeah. We each had a Pinot Noir, shared some popcorn.
Oh, my God.
Watched the movie, left the movie theatre, came down the escalators, and I had to put my sunglasses on because it was still so bright, and the sunset was shining through the windows directly into my eyes.
Really?
That was bizarre. Going to a dinner and a movie and coming out and having to put your sunglasses on.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of leaving the movies in the daylight.
Yeah, right.
It weirds me out.
What if you're covering breakfast? And you should go to bed early.
That makes sense. Yeah,
so we drove home without the headlights on. It's like it was light. By the time we got home, it was starting to darken up. You know, had a cup of tea. I had a little chamomile sleepy tea, into bed, and I was falling asleep at about 9:30.
9:30.
Old people time. It rules, man. I'm going to start running my entire life on old people time. Have dinner. You know, you start getting hungry at about 4:30 p.m., start thinking about dinner. You're eating dinner at 5:30. You know, you might have supper at like 8:30 p.m. and then off to bed.
Yeah, right. So this Friday when we're in Tauranga for the Black Clash, you'll probably just hop into bed at about 6:15. I'll cover the rest of the show for you.
AM, yeah, that's a good idea. Is this Queens of the Stone Age?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop doing that. That's what Jace does. He knows it's Queens of the Stone Age.
No, he doesn't. He can't read the screen.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're on Hauraki.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
REM on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. 6:25 this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugs. The Hauraki Big Show back in full this Friday, 4 p.m. at Bruco, Mount Maunganui. We are doing that down in the Tauranga area to celebrate the fact that the very next day at Bay Oval is the Hot Spring Spa T20 Black Clash in association with Wolfbrook. It is back once again. They alternate every year, Christchurch to Tauranga to Christchurch to Tauranga. Commentary will be provided by Minogue Stewart, Hoyte J and Matt Heath, so a real Hauraki cocktail there, Pugs.
It's a lot of work for Hoyte J to be coming straight back into. He's got a big weekend lined up for him. First, a full-on live show to start the year off, and then straight into the commentary. But I know he's going to love it.
Well, I can tell you that I played golf with him yesterday, Pugs. He got his all-time best score, by the way, 91.
I'm sure I'll hear about it.
He played very well.
As soon as he's back.
I was very proud of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know, you're still on holiday, mate. You still got 4 days off. That's why you played so well. You're so chill. And he's like, I'm not chill, Keyzie. I've got to come back and do a live show and then do a commentary to over 1 million people.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I'm like, mate, you've done so many games of cricket. He's done cricket commentary for like a decade.
Yeah.
He's done live TV. He's done live radio. But for some reason still gets nervous with the Black Clash.
I think it's very sweet.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, what he said was, once I'm through the first 30 seconds, Keyzie, I'll be fine. And that's how he said it. You know how he talks like that.
Doing a presidential announcement?
No, it's just how he talks.
Oh,
folks.
okay, right.
The Black Clash is happening this Saturday. Team Cricket taking on Team Rugby. You've got Tim Southey, Neil Wagner, Kyle Mills, Hamish Marshall, Jesse Ryder. That's an interesting inclusion this year. Lou Vincent, Nathan McCullum, and William Wairua as well. Team Rugby is captained by Kieran Reid. Mr. Cricket, Michael Hussey is going to be there. Joey Wheeler, Andy Ellis, Jason Spice, Shane Watson, Ruben Love, Colin Slade, and Caleb Boshier. There are still some tickets available. blackclash.co.nz.
And you can guarantee that at least a couple of those will be joining us at the Big Show live show at Bruco and Mount Maunganui this coming Friday. So don't miss that. You can catch up with them and catch up with us.
Yep, 4 p.m, Bruco, Mount Maunganui. Do come along, and don't forget, if you want to come along to the Black Clash, make a couple of days of it. Come down on the Friday, see the Big Show live, and then go watch some great Team Rugby taking on Team Cricket. blackclash.co.nz. Go and get yourself some tickets. Coming up a little later in the show, Pugs, music-wise, what do we got lined up there, brother?
What have we got lined up? Keyzie didn't give me time to read. Foo Fighters, and we got some garbage too.
What do you mean?
Like the
band.
content after the Foo Fighters.
Oh, so not the band garbage?
Nah.
Oh.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Garbage on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. It is 6:40 a.m. this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugs. And Pugs, the most expensive pie in New Zealand comes from Hamner Springs.
That makes sense. That's quite a boutique-y sort of township just out of Christchurch, hey?
That's right. Yeah, it's about an hour or so away from Christchurch there. Lovely in winter.
Known for its baths, hot baths, the
Hamner
springs.
Yes, correct. It is known for its hot springs. You go there in winter. There's snow on the ground. You hop in a nice hot pool there. It's a very, very nice place to go visit. So I'm not surprised that Hamner Springs is the place in New Zealand that has the most expensive pies. You like pies, right, Pugs?
What makes you say that, Chris?
You love a pie.
What
Wait,
makes
I don't
you
know.
say that I'm eating all the pies? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I've seen you eat plenty of pies.
Yeah, you have. I'm massively into my pies. I've been getting more into them lately, actually. Just trying certain ones. Every time I go past a bakery now, I'm looking at the pastry.
Every time you go past a bakery, you get a pie.
I'm
you're just
looking.
looking.
I'm window shopping.
Oh, right.
I'm window shopping for pies. And hey, if it's a great day, maybe I'll get a pie. But I'm trying, if you're around Tamaki Makaurau, where we are, and like the really gourmet ones, there is some really gourmet pies now, and a lot of pies have almost been gentrified. You know what I mean? Like they're really just like hamming up the gourmet, hamming up the price factor.
Yeah.
What did I have the other day? A brisket and jalapeno cheese one.
That sounds delicious.
It was so good.
See, the good thing about pies is you can still go to the dairy and get a Big Ben out of the pie warmer if you want.
100%.
That's still there.
Well, yeah, but now my taste is getting more sophisticated.
No, not you, but
not
people
me
can.
specifically. Yes.
You know, and then there's the fancy side of pies, which, to be fair, this pie in particular is very fancy. Would you like to take a guess at the price? And this is not like a restaurant. This is a bakery.
Okay. Yeah.
The most expensive pie in New Zealand. How much does it cost?
I'm going to go, if I'm going really expensive.
For a pie?
Yeah. $13.
$13. Yeah, that's an expensive pie. Like, if I went to buy a pie and went up to the counter and they said $13.
Like out of the shop?
Oh, yeah, and it is
And
out of the
that's
shop.
going more expensive than the most expensive one I've had.
Which is about $10.
10 or 11, yeah.
Yeah, and like that would have been a, like premium brisket and all, pork belly or something. You're wrong. It's higher than that. Keep going.
Keep going. $15.
Nah, higher.
$18?
No, higher. Come on.
$25.
Crank it up. No, double it.
You're taking the piss.
It is $50, the most expensive pie in New Zealand. PJ's Pies in Hamner Springs. Now, for $50, what do you think is inside it?
Shut them down.
No.
$50.
What do you think's inside it?
Shut them down. No disrespect. I would try the pie. Not for $50 though. What do I think's in it? Caviar. Is it a seafood pie?
It's a seafood pie.
Bang, called it. Maybe oysters or something?
No, it's crayfish.
Oh, yeah.
And it's made by PJ's Pies, run by a couple of former Swiss chefs.
Okay.
And they are made special to order. So it is a bakery that does pies, but basically, you want one of the crayfish pies. They're limited time while they've got crayfish and in season and blah, 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 blah.
Still not paying $50.
Totally. Apparently, they make no money from it. Basically, the same profit margin as a regular pie because the ingredients cost so much.
Yeah.
They put a bottle of cognac in the mixture when they're making all the... there's all these fancy ingredients and stuff. You don't have to buy it, Pugs.
No, I'm just saying, am I going to notice the cognac in my crayfish pie?
Maybe. You'd be wasted after you eat it. But apparently they don't make as much of a margin on it. They're literally just doing it because they wanted to make a delicious crayfish pie, and the only way to make some money was to make it $50. $50. Everyone that's tried it has said it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
However, if you're getting $50 out of your pocket and getting a pie, you better be getting about 10 pies in return.
10 pies worth of pie. I want a massive, a full family size pie.
That's
if
right.
I'm paying $50, that's and you know what? That makes sense to me because it's a gourmet, expensive meal.
That's right. Crayfish, cognac. Would you pay $50 for a pie in New Zealand? Let us know on 3483, and then Pugs will go through those texts and send out the winner one of these crayfish pies.
I'm going to berate you for paying $50 for a pie.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Holy cow, Papa Roach on the Hauraki Breakfast Show.
Cut my life into pieces.
You big Papa Roach guy?
Right now I am, yeah.
Pugson and Keyzie here with you, by the way. It is Tuesday morning on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. Coming up after 7 a.m, Pugs and I both went to the movies last night. I saw a, based on a true story, sort of comedy flick called Is This Thing On, starring Will Arnett, directed by Bradley Cooper. I'll be giving my review of that. Pugs, you went and saw Marty Supreme, starring Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet. So you'll be giving your review of that as well. Also after 7, while we're doing these movie reviews, we will have tickets to give away to the brand new 28 Years Later flick. So stay listening if you want to go to the movies for free. Plus, old Pugson has a bone to pick with mechanics.
No, that's not true at all. I just need advice from the mechanics out there on 3483.
Oh, so you don't hate mechanics?
No, and I never said that, Keyzie.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
That's right, it is the Hauraki Big Show for Tuesday the 13th of January 2026. Well, it's part of the Hauraki Big Show. You got Keyzie, you got Pugs here this Tuesday morning. It's just after 7. And Pugs, coming up, we're going to review a couple of movies that we watched last night. You watched Marty Supreme, which is a sort of based on a true story about a ping pong player from America.
I did. Yeah, Marty Mauser.
Starring Timothée Chalamet.
And a slew of other great characters we'll get into.
Can't wait. I will be reviewing Is This Thing On, starring Will Arnett, directed by Bradley Cooper, who's also in it. Interesting true story about one of my favourite UK comedians, John Bishop. Well, loosely based on what actually happened to him and how he became a stand-up comic.
Yeah, right.
Quite interesting. However, while we're on the topic of movies, we have got tickets to give away to the fourth instalment of the 28 Days Later post-apocalyptic horror film series. It's called 28 Years Later.
You're not a horror movie guy. Have you seen any of these?
I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen the first 2.
So that 28 days later, 28 weeks later.
Yeah, and then
28
they had
months.
28 years later.
Well, months later.
No.
Years later.
28 years later.
And then this is 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Yeah, 28 years later, part 2.
Right. Isn't your bedroom called The Bone Temple? Isn't that what you call it?
Yes.
Who do you want to take to the Bone Temple, New Zealand? Give us a text on 3483. Get yourself in the draw for that double pass. We'll get into the movie reviews after a bit of Bush.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Chili's on the Hauraki Big Show. 12 minutes past 7 this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugs. The Big Show back this Friday afternoon. By the way, 4 p.m. See you there, Bruco, Mount Maunganui. Pugs, last night I went to the movies. So did you. We both went and saw different films. We're going to review both of them, starting with you.
I'm getting a feeling that they're very different films, Keyzie. I went and saw one of the greatest marketed movies.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it.
It's insane. It started with a mysterious jacket that Timothée Chalamet and his girlfriend Kylie Jenner were wearing that said Marty Supreme on the front, and it's ended up with him standing on top of the Las Vegas Sphere, turning it into a giant table tennis ball, all of this out the gate stuff. That jacket, by the way, is selling for like $15,000 US.
Right.
Now, they're so in demand, all these celebrities were wearing them.
Right, so I haven't seen any of that stuff. I just got lots of photos of Timothée Chalamet holding a ping pong bat on my Instagram.
Yeah, lots of that. Now, this film is directed by Josh Safdie. He is one of the Safdie brothers who got very famous together for directing movies like Good Time, Uncut Gems. Benny Safdie, his brother, did The Smashing Machine, which is that rock UFC fighting one that came out last year.
The one that Mogi hated.
They're not known for making relaxing movies.
Right, okay.
I'll say that. So Good Time is one of my favourite movies. It stars Robert Pattinson, and he is basically, their specialty is creating films about male manipulators on the hinges of disaster.
Right, okay.
Every single minute of the entire movie. And this one was no different. This was that's what I call a shit show 2026. It came out on Christmas Day. It was so stressful the entire time. It's got an all-star cast. Timothée Chalamet's in it. You've got Fran Drescher. You've got one of the guys from Dragon's Den is in it. Some guy that Josh Safdie saw in an online video. One thing they're really good at is picking characters that you remember, even if they're only in the movie for like a minute.
Yeah.
They are unique looking, sounding, and they stay with you throughout the whole film. Basically, it's about a table tennis player who is trying to hustle his way to the top.
Yeah.
Scamming people left, right, and centre on the way and not caring who he kind of hurts to do it. But he's in complete denial. He's like a total narcissist.
Right.
And has no idea of the impact that he's having on other people and isn't bothered about it because he's got a vision and it's his obligation to fulfill that vision of being the best table tennis player in the world.
Yeah, right.
And he doesn't care who he screws over to get it.
Right, okay. So was it an enjoyable watch? I know you said it was stressful, but were you enjoying it?
I really enjoyed how stressful it was.
Right, okay.
So if you're one of those people that likes, I mean, not necessarily if you like horror, but if you like stuff that you watch that's like kind of gives you an unpleasant feeling.
Like, oh, God. Oh, no.
100%. It was that like 100% of the time.
Cool.
But
like listening to The Big Show.
Exactly. It's set in like 1940s, 50s New York.
Was it that long ago? Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like in the 80s or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Back then, and the world building is fantastic. Like, it looks really, really good. It's obviously very high budget. This guy's like gone all out. Really, really great film. Walked out of there just gobsmacked, and I didn't really know what to talk about with the people I went with because it was so intense.
Right. There's a lot of processing to be done afterwards.
100%. There was just like pick one moment to talk about. I couldn't because there was so many instances of just crazy shit that went on.
Yeah, right.
I give it a good 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 buzzies for Marty Supreme.
That's nice. Marty Supreme, go check it out now. Still in theatres. I will be reviewing Is This Thing On next, based on a true story about a UK comic, John Bishop. Before we get to that, though, some UK tunes. Don't Look Back in Anger. It's Oasis on Hauraki.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Angel of Harlem, you too. It is 7:28 on the Hauraki Breakfast this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugs. If you're just joining us, you just heard, well, about 15 minutes ago, Pugs' review of Marty Supreme, the new Timothée Chalamet movie. He gave it 4 out of 5.
Yes, I think my review kind of reflected the movie in terms of just being all over the place.
And stressful.
Yeah, and stressful.
No, it was a great review, Pugs. I also went to the movies last night with my wife. We went and saw a movie based on loosely based on the true story of a very, very good comic from the UK. His name is John Bishop. He's actually here in New Zealand. Well, he was just here in New Zealand at the end of last year, I believe. Really good comic, really funny bloke. He does the rounds on all the UK panel TV shows as well, so you probably recognise him if you watch those. Starring Will Arnett. Will Arnett is hilarious. Like, Arrested Development, the TV show that only had a couple of seasons and then was canned, way ahead of its time. So funny in that, and for that reason, I'll go watch Will Arnett in anything. Like, I think he's great. He's got that iconic deep voice. He's the voice of Lego Batman
and BoJack Horseman,
which
I love.
And he basically, it's the true story of a guy and his wife. They've got two 10-year-old boys, twins, and their marriage is it's gone stale. It's not working anymore. They're drifting apart. He moves into an apartment. They're trying to just figure stuff out. They're not fully divorcing, but they're splitting, just to see what happens after that. One night, he just goes into a bar to have a drink. He's had some hash brownie, and he's feeling a bit silly. He goes into a bar to have a drink. There's a $15 cover charge because it's a comedy night. He doesn't want to pay the comedy charge, the $15 charge, so he writes his name down on the list and says he's one of the performers.
Yep.
So he gets in there, has a drink. It's an open mic night as well, so you can do that. Goes down, gets on the stage. He's only got like 3 or 4 minutes and just sort of says a few thoughts about the fact that he's breaking up with his partner, blah, 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 blah. Ends up coming off stage, goes into the bathroom, is just like, wow, I feel like really good. Like, it's the best I've felt in so long. Kind of a bit like, almost like therapy on stage, getting these thoughts out into the open. Starts doing it a bit more. Long story short, does it help his marriage? Maybe. Does it help his relationship with his kids? Who knows? But he did end up becoming a very successful stand-up comedian. When I saw that it was the American version of this UK comedian's story, directed by Bradley Cooper, I was like, here we go. It's going to be like an hour and a half long. It's going to be sad at the start. He gets like a great stand-up set at the very end of him dominating, gets back with his wife. Classic American sort of story.
Yes.
Very different. Slow burn. It's 2 hours long. It's a slow burn. That's not like, and Bradley Cooper's directing style, I don't know if it's his first time or not. He was trying some out there stuff.
He's done a couple. I think he did Star is Born. The one with him and Gaga.
Right,
I'm pretty sure.
So he's got the pedigree then.
Yeah.
I had never seen a film directed by him. I haven't seen that film. But he hangs on people's faces a lot. There is one scene involving him doing stand-up without realising that his wife is in the audience by chance. And it was very tense, very well executed. I tried to predict what was going to happen, couldn't predict it, which was great. To be honest, my wife and I both really, really enjoyed it. It wasn't, as I said, it wasn't rolling gags the whole time. It wasn't cheesy romance the whole time. Slow burn, very enjoyable. I give it about a 3.8 out of 5. Would watch it again. Recommend it. It's hard for a movie like that to be a 5 out of 5 because it's pretty light subject matter. It's a guy becoming a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, it's not a grand story.
No, it's not.
Which I think is hard to sell with blockbuster films and trailers and stuff.
Yes.
But I saw the trailer for that last night before Marty Supreme. They showed what felt like a lot of the movie in the trailer.
Yeah, okay.
But from what you're telling me, that's only like just scratching the surface and you can't really predict.
No, exactly.
How it goes.
Which I like. The only thing I'd say is it does end randomly. I wasn't ready for it to end yet. I feel like they were about 3/4 of the way through the film and then it ended.
Yeah.
It didn't tie itself in a nice happy bow, but it was an ending.
Yes.
But yeah, I recommend it. Is this thing on? Go along and see it. It's in theaters now. There was something that happened in the movie, though, which I want to discuss with you next, Pugs.
Okay.
An immersion-breaking person was cast in a certain role, and it ruined the illusion for me.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So if you've ever watched a movie and then all of a sudden a famous singer or someone pops up and it ruins the immersion, text us 3483. We'll rip into that next. Also, keep those texts coming if you'd like a double pass to go and see 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Stereo MCs on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. Keyzie and Pugs with you this Tuesday morning. It is 7:44 and we are still giving away that fantastic brand new boat thanks to Fin Chaser Boat. It is a Fin Chaser 535 center console. Comes with the Mercury 4-stroke 60 horse outboard and a Voyager trailer to tow it on as well. A whole lot of other goodies. The entire package worth $75,000, Pugs. If you want to get yourself in the draw, text the word boat to 3483. All you have to do is come up with a name for the boat, and we have got a list of all the names that have been sent through, haven't we?
We do, and I've actually got a new favourite that I discovered on the weekend,
right?
When I was in here on Sunday, and it's because it's family friendly. It's cheeky, but it's not inappropriate, Keyzie, which I'm all about here at Hauraki.
Right. For example, someone sent through the bearded clam, which is probably not appropriate.
I don't get it.
I bet you don't. What was the one you were going to say, man?
It's the naughty buoy.
Naughty boy, yeah. That's
you know
a classic.
what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's
that's a double whammy, whereas
is.
it's not just like a one-word pun.
Yeah.
And then just like another regular word.
No, I agree with you. One boat parked around the corner from my house is called the Greasy Gurnard. Absolutely love it. In fact, if I opened a fish and chip store,
that's endearing.
I would name it the Greasy Gurnard.
Very charming.
So heaps of names coming through here. The Moana Lisa.
I like that.
That's clean as well. A nice nod to the Moana, which of course means the sea or the ocean. Buoy Racer.
Buoy Racer, yes. And just on that, my naughty boy one, there is a slightly more cheeky version of that called Dirty Buoys, Filthy Oars.
Oh, that's a classic one as well.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
old school.
Yeah.
Filthy Oars. Fishy Fingers. These have all been sent through by listeners, by the way.
Man.
Dream Maker.
I'm glad you clarified that the listeners are sending them in.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not just saying this.
These aren't mine. Aquaholic, Shore Thing with the shore spelled SHORE, Godzilla, all in capitals.
Okay, this pisses me off. Someone's name that they've submitted to win the Fin Chaser boat from Hauraki is Hauraki Fin Chaser.
That's funny.
No, it's not.
If they could change it to Fin Chaser 535 center console with Mercury 60 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. That'd be a great name for a boat. So far, though, my favourite so far is Hoyte and the Blowfish.
Yes.
Because, it's a bit of a nod to Hauraki and, of course, great band. If you would like to win that boat, text the word boat to 3483, follow the link, get the entry form, and we'll be giving that away soon, so get stuck.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Tenacious D on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. It is almost 8 a.m. You've got Keyzie and Pugson here for you on Tuesday morning. We've got more coming up after 8 as well. Don't we, Pugson? It's kind of a Pugson special hour up next.
Keyzie, every hour's a Pugson special when you're on the Big Show with Keyzie and Pugson.
Is it?
No, not really. Look, I've got a question to ask all the mechanics out there. If you're a mechanic or if you know one, get them to tune into Hauraki, please. I need some help re a WOF that I've got today directly after the show on my vehicle. Also, we're going to have another edition of Pugson's Holiday Misadventures. Nobody wants to hear about what went right on your holiday, so I'm telling you what went wrong on mine.
That's right. Yesterday, you dropped your valve cover when you tried to inflate your tyres. You dropped it down a drain, lifted the lid off the drain. It was really heavy.
Skinned my hand.
Skinned your hand. It was on K. It was a debacle.
It was an absolute shambles. I ended up getting the valve cap out and then trying to put the grate back in the storm drain, dropped the valve cap back in the water, and then gave up and left.
Good stuff. That's coming up after 8, so make sure you stick around.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Good morning, New Zealand. It is Tuesday the 13th of January 2026 and you've got Keyzie and Pugs covering the Hauraki Breakfast Show. Jerry and Minogue, they'll be back on Monday. Mogi and Hoyte J, myself and Pugs will be reforming the big show for 2026 this coming Friday at Bruco, Mount Maunganui, as a warm-up for the Black Clash, which is this Saturday. So if you're in the area, if you're going to the Black Clash, come to Bruco, Mount Maunganui, Friday afternoon, 4 p.m, and then we're away laughing from that point on for the rest of the year.
You're damn right, Keyzie. And let me just say, the big show this year, bigger and better than ever.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, Pugs.
Hello.
Coming up next, you've got a bit of an issue with mechanics.
No issue with mechanics as a career choice or anything like that. My issue is that I have a warrant of fitness directly after the show today.
Yep.
So get out of here at 10 or whatever and then just get straight in the car, fart over to my mechanic that I usually go to. But I just wanted to pose the question, and if you are a mechanic or if you know a mechanic or if you've ever experienced anything like this, do mechanics give a shit if your car is clean or not when they're checking your vehicle?
How dirty is your car? How filthy? Are we talking the inside of it?
Chris,
I bet it's an absolute shambles.
Bird shit, Chris. We can get into that next.
Don't
right?
start calling me that, James. Otherwise, I will call you names from your school days, which you don't like.
Go on.
I can't do it.
Give me one.
I know it rhymes with Pugsley.
Oh, I've been called Jugsley before. Yeah, if that's what you're asking.
It doesn't feel good, does it?
It felt great. I don't care.
What's this song?
Is this the Dandy Warhols?
Oh, that's it. Dandy Warhols. It's the Hauraki Breakfast.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Live on the Hauraki Breakfast Show, 14 minutes past 8 this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugson.
Hey, Keyzie, I've got a WOF after the show today, man.
Yep.
I'm a little bit worried about it just because I've got an old car. It's a 97 Mazda Proceed, so it's a Suzuki Vitara, but some of those are badged as Mazda Proceeds for some reason.
That is so interesting.
The Japanese imports. It's a sick whip.
Isn't it crazy that that's old now, 30 years?
Well, yeah.
That in my head, I was like, that's not old. That's only in the 90s.
No, and it doesn't feel old while you drive it. Like, you know, she's got a few Ks on, Keyzie. You know what
200?
I mean? Yeah.
200 and...
Yeah, but she...
50 odd?
No, not that far.
Okay.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
We're not there yet. And I love the thing. It was my favourite car. It was my nana's car growing up. Anyway, beside the point, I've got a warrant of fitness after this. I'm not too worried about the car, but, you know, given that it's old, I am inclined to believe that I'm at a higher risk of something needing a fix.
Yeah.
But the question that I wanted to pose was, do mechanics care as to whether or not your car is clean, or how clean would they prefer it when they're checking your car? Because I know that because my car's older and it's at a higher risk of something needing a fix, I'm like, maybe I should do everything in my power to make it spick and span for the mechanic.
Well, here's a good thing for you here. Just leave a box of piss on your passenger seat. You'll pass your WOF with a clean sheet. So that's someone who's obviously running a dodgy mechanic situation. But your car is, it's higher in Ks. It is almost 30 years old now. There is a chance that it will need, but usually not major stuff.
No.
It might just be like brake pads or maybe a new CV boot. How are your CV boots?
Look, man, if I knew what a CV boot was...
But
I wouldn't need to get the WOF done.
Hopefully it'll fly through for you there, Pugs. G'day, Jack here. This is all on 3483, by the way. Feel free to text through your opinions. Jack here, heavy diesel mechanic. If a truck is dirty, I'll do everything in my power to make it dirtier. Sometimes I'll intentionally leave grease under the steering wheel. Depends how bad it is. I work on farm trucks. We still fix them, so you'll be right.
Well, this is the thing. I did take it to the self-car wash the other day. So I've given it one of those, and then I also ran the vacuum through it. But there's
Pugs.
When you leave things for a certain amount of time, there's a bit of sand
Pugs.
there from a beach days.
Pugs.
Hello.
I said I was going to go wheeze.
Yeah.
I went down and looked at your car in the car park. It's not even dirty. What are
Did you
talking
actually
about?
go down and look at my...
Why do you have a boogie board in the boot?
What do you mean for boogie boarding?
You went boogie boarding?
I keep a beach kit in the back at all times.
Tennis rackets,
a frisbee,
a steady the ship hat.
Oh yeah, but that's just...
What, do you like to rep the ACC while you're at the beach, man?
Yeah, because I'm captain of that whip down there, brother. You see how sick that thing is?
I was so gutted because I still need to go wheeze, by the way.
This is going to be filthy.
Yeah, and I was like ready to see like food packages and stuff. Your car is immaculate.
It's
other than
not
some
immaculate.
Sand.
Yeah. It's just sand and like the little bits in the centre console and bits and pieces.
It's completely
but,
fine.
I think it was worth asking the question.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And if people are fixing, farm trucks and still giving them WOFs, I think you'll be totally fine, man. Although Adam says it definitely helps, better area for them to work in, also shows you take pride in your vehicle. Just pray they don't put a black light through yours. How funny is this?
What's that, man?
This next song is called Shine a Little Light by the Black Keys.
Shine a little black light through the Pugsan
Correct,
whip, the monster
Pugs.
truck. Hey, thanks for
Correct.
those texts on 343, by the way. They're all in the draw for vouchers.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
AC/DC, are you ready for the Hauraki Breakfast
Yeah,
Show
man.
with Keyzie and Pugsan? It is, not you Pugs, the audience, 8:29 on a Tuesday morning. And Pugs, this weekend, a fantastic event is happening in Kumeu, West Auckland. It is the Classic Car and Hot Rod Festival. It's been around for a bloody long time. I've gone to it a crap load. I grew up there pretty much.
I can see why you're having this chat now and why it's the top of your mind, given we were just talking about my hot rod.
Your
about
hot
10,
rod.
15 minutes ago.
That's right, your Suzuki Vitara badged as a Mazda.
That's hot.
It got me fizzed up. And, you know, if I could go along to the Kumeu Classic Car and Hot Rod Festival and see more of those, I'd be stoked. It is this Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Tickets and more details at kumeuhotrodfestival.co.nz. If you're just vaguely interested in cars or you've got kids, you want to get them out of the house, go for a big walk because it's a huge event. You can take them there. There's monster trucks, there's cool old cars, motorbikes, live music, all sorts of really, really fun things to do. I am annoyed because it's the same weekend as the Black Clash. We are in Tauranga.
Yes.
And I haven't gone to the Kumeu Classic Car and Hot Rod Festival for years because I'm too busy getting my nips out in a hot tub at the Black Clash. This year, the same thing's going to happen. I'm not in a hot tub, but I will miss the event again, and I'm really hanging out for it.
Now, you're obviously a car enthusiast. You've got your little truckie in the garage at home at the moment. Are you inclined, like, say you were going, would you put it on display there?
No. So my family is very much, like, we're massive into old cars, especially American cars.
Yes.
And I grew up going a lot, not so much the show car side of it for my family. If it was anything, my dad would be there with an old truck filled with, my dad, like, at our house in Tauranga where I grew up, my dad has a workshop. At the back of the workshop is so many old parts for American cars in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Right.
And he'd put them all on the back of his truck. He'd take them out there. He'd get a bit of white chalk and he'd write on this, here's a door for a 64 Impala. He'd put $400 or something on the side of it and put that up on the stand. And that's very much how my family operates. We're not
reckon that's
show
wholesome
car.
as,
We
eh?
aren't show car people.
No.
We're like old original stuff. But I would certainly drive my 67 Chevy truck there, park it in the car park, just knowing, you know, that.
Well, a big part of the joy for the two of you was searching for all the parts to restore, like, your truck, for
That's right.
example. So for him to have those parts and be able to pass those on to other people, I imagine he'd find that very fulfilling.
That's right. And people actually, and the other thing too, which is interesting, Pugs, is if you are doing up like an old American car or that, I mean, this is my area of knowledge. I'm sure it's the same for a lot of different
and mine, for
types
sure.
of
Yeah.
vehicles. Yeah, and yours, of course. Like whether you're doing a Japanese vehicle, Euro, whatever it might be. If you can get the original parts, they fit a lot better than newer reproduction parts. So if you've got, and my dad's one of these guys, if you've got an old boy who's got a stash of old stuff that is original from the 60s and 70s, you go to a swap meet, you find a bit you want, maybe it's like a bumper, maybe it is a door or a tailgate for a truck or something like that. If you can get the original stuff, that just like, it makes restoring an old car a lot easier. What I'm getting at here is head to kumeuhotrodfestival.co.nz. Head along to this thing. If you've never been and you love cars, it'll blow your frickin' mind. I'm super upset that I'm not going, and otherwise I would be there. It's bloody awesome.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Placebo on the Hauraki Breakfast Show. 8:44 this Tuesday morning with Keyzie and Pugsan. Earlier in the show, we're discussing the fact that last night we both went into the movie theatre, the pictures, and we each saw a different movie. I saw a based on a true story sort of comedy flick-ish thing starring Will Arnett about the life of UK stand-up comic John Bishop. It was called Is This Thing On? What was the name of your one, Pugs?
I went and saw Marty Supreme, the Timothy Chalamet one, directed by Josh Safdie.
One thing that happened in Is This Thing On, which, as I said, is a good movie, 3.8 out of 5. Recommend you go along, watch it on a date night or something, based on a true story. But one thing that does happen occasionally in movies and TV shows and ruins it for me, Pugs, is an immersion-breaking person is cast in a certain role. Now, you mentioned in Marty Supreme
Yes.
that his best friend in the movie is Tyler, the Creator, who's a musician.
Tyler, the Creator, a musician known for his rap. He hasn't done any other film roles. He used to do like a sketch comedy show back in like the early internet age, and he is known for being a very humorous guy. Now, I would say that ascended cameo level because he was involved in the film enough where his character developed, you saw who he was,
right,
and he had an actual effect on the film's plot.
Yeah, right.
Like
okay.
he was helping Marty Mauser to get the next hustle or whatever in the movie.
Was he believable?
And he was believable.
Okay, so that's good, right? So, is this thing on? Peyton Manning, who is a quarterback in the NFL,
Yes.
appears randomly. So the husband and wife, they're going through a split up. She goes on a date with a guy who plays a former player turned coach, which is what Peyton Manning is in the NFL. And he talks about how coaching and just being involved with the game as it evolves still gives him that same feeling as when he was a player. It was like they were doing a gag about the fact that he's no longer playing. And I was like, God, this is immersion breaking. I was like into this whole film about a guy becoming a stand-up comedian, and then all of a sudden there's just an NFL quarterback, a really famous one.
How does that serve the movie?
I don't know. That's my question too. I will give him credit. Very believable in the role, like the way he was talking, because he was talking about himself.
He was literally just being himself,
which is what you should do with athletes. They're not actors. You go, and so they cast him in a role where he could pretty much just talk about his own career, and he was on a date with this woman. And he recently split up, and he was just talking about becoming a coach.
But then at least in Marty Supreme, Tyler, the Creator, played a character, like an actual character. He was 100%. He was acting as somebody completely different.
So there was this moment in the movie theater where I got my phone out, Googled Peyton Manning, and then showed my wife a picture and was just like, this is who that guy is. And she's like, oh, that's weird. She doesn't talk like that, by the way, if she's listening.
Oh, that's weird, Keyzie.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The worst one I've ever seen of this, the first time I saw this was in Pirates of the Caribbean 3.
Yes.
Keith Richards
100%
plays the Pirate King or something.
Yes.
Now, that's just a small role, and granted, Keith Richards looks kind of like Jack Sparrow's dad.
He also looked exactly like an old pirate.
100%. And so that casting, I remember being like, Keith Richards, and then being like, you know what? Stuff it. It's kind of a fun action movie, and he kind of looks like a pirate. He ends up being, I think the thing there is that he's Jack Sparrow's dad. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? He does look like an older version of Jack Sparrow. Sweet. The worst one I've ever seen was and this was the real sign of the downfall of the quality of Game of Thrones, Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. And I like Ed Sheeran. Like, I don't listen to his music a lot, but I think he's a good musician.
You don't think he looks kind of like a little peasant boy?
No, totally. But he was
Stone Age.
He was a Lannister. He was part of the Lannister army, and they were sitting around a campfire, and he was singing a little ditty. And I was like, boo, immersion breaking. I don't recognize any of the other actors in Game of Thrones. It's so high quality, other than Sean Bean. Like, it's so high quality. I don't recognize any of the actors. It was very believable, and then boom, Ed Sheeran's there and ruining it. It's just my thoughts anyway. 3483, if you've got any immersion-breaking sort of people that were cast in films that ruined it for you, let us know. We've got $50 Reburger vouchers to give away in the meantime. Should we go to a tune, Pugs, or some ads? What do you reckon? You choose.
Probably due for an ad, Keyzie.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Bit of Ben Harper for your Tuesday morning. It is the Hauraki Breakfast Show with Keyzie and Pugs, son, and it's time for another episode of Pugs' Holiday Misadventures.
That sting's changed from yesterday. I liked it better yesterday.
Why is that? Because you threw to it?
Yeah.
What's your latest episode there, Pugsan?
Right, so yesterday, basically, Mike Minogue taught me that nobody wants to hear about what went well in your holiday. So this is what went wrong for me. Yesterday I discussed dropping a valve cap off my tyre into a storm drain, skinning my hand, trying to get the storm drain grate out. And today, this is maybe a day later.
Right.
So I'd gone home to Wellington. I did the Pugsan 500, where I drive from Auckland to Wellington.
Yeah.
In a responsible but record time. And I thought, you know what I'm going to get into this summer round? I'm going to get into working out during my holiday, so that when I come back from holiday, I'm not going to be so shagged.
Yeah, right.
You know
Never
what I mean?
works for me. I always just give up. I always just say, you know what? The next 3 weeks is a write-off.
See, I should have taken that approach. I went to the gym where I'm from in Lower Hutt,
Right.
in Wellington, and it was a pretty nice, pretty pristine gym there. I just sort of had a bit of spare time before the Christmas Eve festivities with my whānau later on in the day. So I go to the gym and walk in, familiarising myself with the place. You know, you go to a new gym, you're sort of like figuring out, oh, geez, are these guys going to be perceiving me working out? And I get my weights out and I start doing workouts. Start doing a little shoulder press there, Keyzie.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like a vertical press.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Immediately, my hand that I dropped into the storm grate and cut and skinned starts bleeding.
Oh, was it like the back of your hand or in the palms of your hand?
It was in the palm of my hand.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes. So the weight is on my hand there.
Yeah.
Bleeding hand. Immediately bleeding
disgusting.
hand. It was disgusting. It wasn't like,
That's
it was
disgusting.
like, okay, it wasn't a Tarantino film.
No, I know,
It was-
but like it's where everyone puts their hands, and
Yeah,
now you're.
okay, well,
no, hang on. Your dirty hand, which had already been cut by putting it into a drain on K Road,
Bloody health and safety over here.
straight away filled with like Ebola and who knows what.
Ebola!
And now you're putting it on the gym weight, which is also covered in bacteria.
Right.
How are you still here with us right now?
Well, I've definitely got sepsis of some kind. So I'm bleeding out of the hand. So I immediately, that puts a hold on the workout. And I'm like, okay, for goodness sake. So then I.
Was it your right hand too?
It was my right hand.
Oh, you use that a lot. For writing and stuff.
What's
I
that?
mean.
Yeah. For writing content for the big show. And then I put the weights down and so I go and find a first aid kit. Managed to mish my way through opening the first aid kit. Get a plaster out there. Perfect. Bang that on my hand. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm a bit tired because I obviously didn't think about doing that beforehand. I need an energy drink. They got those like clean gym energy drinks.
Like Musashi.
Thank you.
That sort of
Not
thing.
a plug, but exactly that.
Okay.
And so I go to the vending machine. They've got a vending machine there. Get out.
So you've
What?
gone to the gym.
I go to the gym.
You've opened your hands.
I need to start the workout at some point.
You've bled everywhere. You've
Yeah.
opened a plaster. And now you're hitting the vending machine.
Yeah, 100%. I put a plaster on my hand. I'm like, okay, well, just give it a minute, mate. Just give your hand a minute to stop bleeding. So I get an energy drink out. Now, obviously, it comes out of the vending machine, and I grab it. And so what do I immediately do? I open it,
Yeah.
and it's obviously dropped from the top shelf of the vending machine, so it explodes.
All over you. So you're covered in blood and fizz. Can I get a copy of your
Not only
program,
that, it's
man?
also all over the floor as well
Far out.
in the new gym. So I'm then trying to clean up everything there. And what does that do?
Opens the wound on your hand.
Yeah, and ruins the plaster.
So there's blood on the floor and fizz.
Yes.
Damn, man. I was going to say, you're looking good, man. What's your secret?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Pluto on the Hauraki Breakfast Show with Keyzie and Pugs, son. It's after 9 now, which means it is officially no ads till Smoko, thanks to Max Raft. Thanks to Max Raft, you won't hear any ads for the next hour or so. Just bloody good tunes and a couple of yarns from myself and Pugs. Before 9, Pugs, I mentioned a bit of a bugbear I have. I was at the movies last night. I watched a movie called This Is This Thing On. And it's a great comedy movie, loosely based on the true story of John Bishop, a UK comedian. However, halfway through it, Peyton Manning showed up as one of the characters. You don't know who Peyton Manning is? He is a former NFL quarterback who is now a coach.
And who did he play in the movie?
He played a former athlete, now coach. He played himself.
Yes.
But instead of talking about football, I think he was talking about volleyball.
The thing that grinds me about it is you're taking any chance for somebody to do a great performance out of it if it's someone that is just like that's just them.
They're a face and a name. And,
Yeah.
and full credit to Peyton Manning. When I saw him, it just totally shattered the whole illusion. I was like, why is Peyton Manning in this?
Yeah.
It's like just randomly seeing, I don't know, you're watching a frickin' New Zealand based on a true story, and then like Christian Cullen pops up playing, or something like that. Or
Yeah.
like Tana Uma. Like just, it ruined it for me a wee bit. And I asked for, in full credit, he did a good job. It was believable.
Right.
After I was over the initial shock, he did a good job. But I asked on 3483, are there any more immersion-breaking moments in TV shows or movies that kind of ruined it for you? Like, for example, when Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones, which kind of ruined it for me. Happy Gilmore 2, thought was cringe. I loved the first movie.
Now, I'll roll through some of the cameos in that movie.
Yeah, because it's just constant cameos.
So if you don't want spoilers for cameos in Happy Gilmore 2, shut the front door. Here we go. Eminem, Post Malone, Kid Cudi, Steve Buscemi. I mean, they're all actors.
Yeah.
John Daly.
Oh, yeah, golfer.
Yeah.
Wow, another golfer.
Bad Bunny, one of the biggest Latin American pop stars.
Right.
John Lovitz, Alex Earl, who's like big on social media.
Yeah.
Comedians, Bobby Lee, Ben Stiller.
So that's the thing, right? The fact that all those people, I mean, Ben Stiller was in the first two, but the fact that there's even any of those musicians in there, like one is enough to break the immersion.
Yeah.
Someone here, Jimmy from Mangatotiri. He said Tulsa King on TVNZ Plus, which is played by Stallone.
Right.
Jelly Roll randomly shows up in an episode. So they're like, and see, that is kind of immersion breaking too.
Yes, and not only that, they start singing in a random recording booth. And Jelly Roll's a singer.
Yes. See, that's like they've just crowbarred
it's the same as
him
your
in.
Ed Sheeran yarn.
Yes.
From Game of Thrones.
Because he's singing around the campfire in Game of Thrones. Someone here says they hate it when they see a real news anchor in a movie. I don't mind that.
I'm okay with that.
For example, John Campbell in Hunt for the Wilder People, great movie. But I don't mind it because John Campbell and he'd be very good at playing a news anchor. And it for me, that almost adds to the immersion.
I agree.
Because when I get news, it is from a New Zealand newsreader. I don't know. But I didn't realise this, but the Wild Thornberrys, was there a movie about that?
There must have been.
Flea from the Chili Peppers, wasn't it?
Let me have a look.
I bet he played Donnie, who's like the little wild kid who's just like makes all the weird noises and stuff. Maybe it was him. But Flea, the bass guitarist for the Chili's.
Donnie Thornberry.
Yes.
You called it in one.
I got it. But keep those texts coming on 3483 and we'll get back into the tunes. No ads, still Smoko. Thanks to Max Ruff. What do we got here, Pugs?
Gorillas, baby.
Oh, let's go.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
That is a brand new song on the Hauraki Breakfast. No ads, still Smoko, thanks to Max Ruff. That song there by a group called Dropper, Pugsan, called Anchor.
That's right. Dropper, a Porneke-based duo, so they're from the capital there. And
Is that Wellington?
Yes, that's Wellington, and they used to be in a teenage band back in the day, and they really sadly lost one of their bandmates.
Right.
So now it's just those two, and this album that this song is from is dealing with a lot of feelings of like hopelessness and grieving and stuff like that, but it's still a great tune, and you can get around that. You can listen again and read more about it at the Locals Only tab at hauraki.co.nz.
That's right, head along to hauraki.co.nz. Heaps of information on Kiwi artists and groups, always bloody good to see. Now, Pugs, we went, I believe it was the 5th of Jan, or the very start of the women's tournament, the ASB Classic.
Last Monday
just gone. We were very lucky. There was myself, you, and 3 other people from the office. Had a great evening. I'm not a huge tennis person. I love playing tennis. I've covered a lot of tennis in my prior years at Sky Sport, but I'm not a person who goes along and watches it live.
Yeah.
It was the first time I had done that. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and when there's a good rally, which is probably once every sort of 15, rallies, there's a really good rally, the crowd gets into it. It is enthralling viewing.
It's amazing how quickly you become attached to the person you are rooting for when you're watching this game. Like, I knew nothing about the competitors. I've watched a little bit of tennis in my time, never been to like a live game, just, in the flesh. And I immediately was enthralled in the dynamic between these two players. You were explaining to me some of the competition levels they were at and things.
Yeah.
And at first glance, it's like, oh, this is quite hoity-toity, we're at the tennis.
Yes.
It's very fancy.
Yeah, everyone's got nice hats and stuff
But
on.
immediately you're sucked into this rivalry between these two people.
Yes.
It was epic.
It also helped that you were sucking in plenty of beverages
I was
too, Pugs.
sucking in the responsible Peronis.
That's right. You were out of control. No, you were very responsible. You were. The good news is the men's competition is currently on. We had a thoroughly excellent time, and we've actually got a winner who's going to be having an excellent time as well. I believe we've got Charles on the line. Charles Sweeney, you mad bastard. How's life?
Good, thanks. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks, Charles. We've also got Pugs here as well, mate.
Hi, Charles.
Hey,
Pugs, you good bastard.
Yeah, you are a good bastard,
Hey,
Pugs.
thanks,
He's
guys.
right.
Yeah, cheers, fellas.
The reason we tried to call you, mate, is because you and a mate are heading along to go see some tennis, man, at the ASB Classic.
Sick. When's that?
When's that? It's on now, man. Get down there, brother.
Quack!
No, when's the date?
Friday, mate. It's the men's semi-final. And that's at the Manuka Doctor Stadium. Is it the stadium? Yeah, Manuka Doctor Stadium.
Thanks, Pugs. Are you going to come with me and miss the live trip down in Tauranga?
I think I'll just flag that whole thing.
We'll
You'll be able to suss the tech and everything, eh?
Nah, we'll find someone
to go with
Black
Charles.
We'll find someone who can, Pugs. It's not that hard.
Sweet. Oh,
I mean, you carry on a lot about it, but that's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyone just tag in.
But Charles, good news is, mate, you're going along to see the men's semi. It's going to be bloody ripper, bro. So you hold the line and we'll grab your details, all right?
Thanks, guys.
I'm jealous, Pugs. I want to go back to the tennis.
Yeah, I listen, I would 100% watch it again. And you know what? It's got me in the mood to play more tennis. You know how I keep those rackets in my car?
Yes.
100% going to take them to the local court.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, Keyzie.
Really?
I absolutely... Well, yeah, because I smoke my partner in it every single time.
Yeah, nice, man. That's so cool. The ASB Classic, it's still going. For tickets for any of the events, asbclassic.co.nz. Get stuck in.
Audio slave.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
That is the end of the Hauraki Breakfast Show for Tuesday, the 13th of January, 2026. You've had Keyzie and Pugs with you here this morning. We're back again tomorrow and Thursday. Friday, however, we're at Bruco Mount Maunganui doing the first big show of the year, so make sure you join us via the radio at 4 p.m. or come down and get amongst the action heading into the Black Clash. Pugs, what are you doing today, man?
Look, man, I'm absolutely knackered. After going to the movies at 8:15 p.m. and then getting up at some stupid time like 4 a.m. So I am probably going to leave here. Got my WOF straight after this.
Yep.
Straight to the WOF, and then I'll probably walk home. It's just sort of down the road, not too far away from my place. And then I'll just hang out there and be riddled with anxiety in the hopes that I pass the WOF, and then maybe I'll go for a run or something.
Right, okay, you're going to have a nap?
Maybe, yeah, that's probably a good shout while I wait for that to happen.
Do it, brother.
And then hopefully play some PlayStation, get the dinner on early for when the lady gets home from work, because this is breakfast hours, baby.
It is
I'm
breakfast
prepped
hours.
up. I got the whole afternoon.
Do you know what I'm craving and I'm going to make when I get home?
What's that?
Baked beans on toast with cheese.
Yum.
Grilled with some
Yum.
pepper.
Yeah, that sounds really good,
I
actually.
love that combo. It's so delicious. I've loved it since I was a kid. And I'm going to make it when I get home, Pugs.
I've got a vegetarian shawarma bowl left over that I'm going to smoke right after this.
That's so not as exciting as the other
smoke
stuff.
that bowl, Keyzie.
Was that like a meth joke?
Yeah.
Damn, you're out the gate, brother. Hey, that's us. That's it from myself and Pugs. We're back again tomorrow, 6 a.m. We will see you there. Have a lovely, lovely day, New Zealand.
Thanks for having us. See you later.
Bye.
Love you.